Hey, everybody, this is Fernando from the 11 Count Podcast. Now, it is time for Eddie and myself to bitch and moan about the news and wrestling.
Yes, it is. Although, real quick, before we continue, I want to mention a milestone. We hit 100 subscribers over the break,
Mhm.
and now we're at 113. We're actually growing slightly faster than normal. So thank you, everyone who listens to
Cool.
this stupid podcast and listens to us bitch and moan. I appreciate all of you.
Cool.
But yeah, all right. So I got news now. Do you want to talk about WWE or AEW first?
Uh, uh, let's do AEW so I can get a good laugh.
Son of a bitch. Well, I don't know if you know, but Samoa Joe is the new AEW champion finally.
Finally. Do you think it was planned, or do you think something happened that he's the only one that they're like, fuck, we can only put the belt on him?
No, no, dude. They had Brian, they have Moxley as a break glass in case of emergency. They have other options. I just think Joe won, and I know some wrestlers hate this word. Joe deserved it. Like for the professionalism that he put into the Ring of
But
Honor.
what do they get mad at? It's he didn't physically win. The belt is given to someone that they believe should be the face of the company for that point in time.
Mhm.
If anything, the only term that really fits with it is deserved.
No, but it's like some wrestlers when they say you deserve it, they're like, no, I earned this by busting my ass. It's not something that was like, oh, just give it to him, like a Tommy Dream.
Earned, deserved. It's kind of the same thing.
Some people take umbrage with it, man. Some people
Blow
do.
me.
But but yeah, so it's debatable if it was the fact all the work he did with the Ring of Honor TV title, defending that bitch everywhere, his professionalism in getting CM Punk to
The
go for
witch title?
the remember he was a Ring of Honor TV champion
Ring
for
of Honor still a thing? Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, I mean they're looking for a goddamn show apparently. But yeah, maybe it was that. Maybe it was getting Punk to do the fucking match at All In.
Mhm.
Um, or like suppose some sources state that it was always the plan for Joe to win. Like it was time to get the title off MJF. And
Well,
A
I know MJF's been banged up.
he's
So I
in
know one of the reasons why they took the belt off of him is because he needs time to recover.
that, but I'd also argue I think part of it is also the fact that like AEW has had a lot of like interesting champions so far between Hangman, Omega, Moxley, Punk, all those guys, right? They were interesting. They haven't had a Brock Lesnar like dominant motherfucker that'll kill everybody.
Hmm.
They haven't had like
You don't
Joe,
think Joe's past his has it passed his expiration date?
is he past his prime? Yes, but Joe at 80% is still better than most wrestlers.
I mean, they don't really have like it's funny because they do have Wardlow, they have Brian Cage, but it's just you don't take him seriously as a world champion.
Because they haven't been booked that way.
Yeah.
Like, I would say Keith Lee is probably the second biggest ball that AEW.
Well, is who does the booking? Tony Khan? Isn't he the end all be all?
Yeah, pretty much. I would say Tony Khan has dropped the ball with Keith Lee.
He's dropped the ball with a lot of guys.
He's done a lot of things right, but yeah, this is one of those instances where you know
Like
what
Andrade, what was the fucking point of bringing him in?
he man they should have made him. I think the All Atlantic title. I think they should put it on Andrade. Like
Miro? What the fuck was the point of bringing him?
they're rebuilding him apparently. Apparently, Tony Khan is trying to book Miro strong. That way he'll stay. Like he's like, you know what? Let's work on the storyline. Like his wife, CJ Perry, Lana,
Mhm.
former Lana, has been managing other wrestlers to try and beat Miro.
What a slut.
Like I don't hate that storyline. I'm like, you know what? That's fine. That's good. Like, love me. No, fine. I'll get guys to beat the shit out of you till you love me.
I
Like,
guess.
um, but yeah, so I like Punk. I mean, I like Joe as the champion. They had he's
No, you said it. You like Punk. You like Punk in WWE, traitor.
Punk can suck my right nut. Anyway, I like the
He's
idea of
home,
Joe.
Dito. He's home.
No, it's which one that matters. But anyway, I like because Joe feels like if the undisputed empire went
Mm,
for the gold, like all of them, and like the BCC went after the gold, Joe
mm.
feels like the only dude that could stand between like those two groups and be like, "Fuck it, I'll do it on my own." What are you gonna do? Come on, like
Which one? The BCC?
Blackpool Combat Club.
Are they still a thing?
Yeah, there's still a faction.
Because isn't Brian Danielson injured?
You know, he wrestled. He wrestled Kazuchika Okada. He had
Uh,
their second match at Wrestle Kingdom. It was good. I don't think it was as good as the first one, but it was pretty good.
what about you, Wheeler?
Wheeler, yeah, he's still in the group. All of them.
Oh,
Supposedly, they're gonna induct and they want to induct another member. Like, there's what, four? They want to induct a fifth member, but they want to make it a woman. Like, they're trying to find like a some really tough chick that can just beat the shit out of people.
mm.
Um, but no, I like Joe being a champion. What do you think?
I mean, I've always liked Joe since his time in TNA. Um, I've always felt like he could be a world champion. I think in WWE, he just had a really bad like run where he just kept getting injured,
Mhm.
and so it just, I mean, it wasn't a thing. And for some reason, they kept him in NXT for I think far too long,
Yeah.
and that really shit his chances with the belt and the main roster.
I was dead set that he should have won the title that one SummerSlam where it was a fatal four way.
Mm.
I think he should have won then. But
Well, did you hear TNA unveiled their new X Division belt?
dude, that's a beautiful belt. What do you think?
Oh, it was. I really like it. Surprised Chris Sabin's still around.
He saved his back, maybe. I don't know. Well, I don't think they wrestle as often with TNA. It's like AEW.
Well, Chris, no, like Chris Sabin's been in TNA since it fucking started.
That long?
Yes.
I don't know that. He's part of the Motor City Machine Guns, am I right?
Uh, I don't know, dude. It's been a while, but he's been in TNA since it started.
Yeah, Motor City Machine Guns. That's where I know him from. I think he finally won the world title or something like that. Or no, it's the other guy.
Oh, he's been an X Division champion 10 times.
Jesus Christ. It's oh, Alex Shelley. That's what I'm thinking of. Alex Shelley is the current world champion. He never held it. He's one of those dudes that like is a tag guy forever, mid card guy forever, and then after so long, he finally wins it, the world
Hmm.
title. Good for him. Um, but no, I like the new X Division title. It's a beautiful belt. I always like the option C. Do you know about that?
Option C.
So if you're the X Division champion, you can exercise option C, which is you can cash in your title for a world title shot, but you lose the
Hmm.
title. Like it becomes vacant and battle royal or tournament, whatever they're gonna do for the new next champion.
I like that stipulation.
Like, and there's no time limit. You could win the X Division title to open
It'd
the
be like
show.
doing that with the Intercontinental belt.
That would be cool. Imagine if they did that, just to make it different. I like it.
I think the X Division belt is probably one of my favorite original belts.
Mhm.
Just it has a good lineage behind it. It's had a good like match behind it.
Yeah.
Um and it's just a pretty good looking belt.
Yeah.
Granted, there's been some shit iterations when they went Impact,
And Global
but
Force.
and Global Force, but you know, when it was TNA, it always had really good belts.
Oh, now they're back to TNA, so hopefully that streak continues.
Thank God. Now they just need the six-sided ring back because that's the only way it will be TNA.
Yeah. Do you think this is gonna sound weird? I just realized this while we were talking. I feel like Joe is almost on the level, not on the level of Undertaker, but in that same area as far as like I don't think I've ever heard anyone shit talk him. Him, Styles, and Sting. I've never heard anyone say anything bad about the three of them.
I haven't really heard anyone say anything bad about him. Um, yeah, no.
Can't think of it. But
He doesn't have the longevity of Undertaker though.
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
I don't
No.
think anybody does.
No.
Except for Hogan. Bam, 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 bam,
Austin and Rock?
bam.
They still fucking like ride those two guys.
I mean, I will not lie. The I'm a real American. That part always gets me juiced the fuck up.
You know, that entrance theme was originally for someone else. I think it was for, was it Sergeant Slaughter? It was for some other wrestler, and then they quit, and
God,
then
that doesn't fit Sergeant Slaughter.
it might have been Slaughter. I don't remember. But all right. So up next, yeah, MJF is currently out.
He's injured.
Are we happy or are we sad?
Um, I mean, he needs to be out. How much fucking KT tape can they put on him?
You know, I'm kind of happy he's out. I'm not happy that he's injured, but I'm glad that he has time away so that we can develop the devil story more, we can do more, and then when he comes back, like a spirit of vengeance or something. I don't know. I like that idea. Let's see what else we got here. Adam Cole is the devil. Fucking everyone and their mother saw it coming.
Well, yeah, I mean, Adam Cole doesn't have a fucking track record of being loyal.
He reminds me a lot of Shawn Michaels. Like we like going back and looking back at it. Like the dude has character in him that reminds me a lot of like Shawn.
Hmm. Yeah.
Not
Have you
just
seen Shawn Michaels' biography?
I've read it and seen it. Yeah.
Oh, you've read the book? No, but I was talking about the one that A&E put out.
No, but I've seen like two other documentaries that WWE made. Plus, I've read his book. I probably know.
It was pretty good. Like they actually delve into like he started diving into pills, into coke. He got his ass kicked by Marines before a match,
See, he
or
said
not
Marines.
not not before a match, but like the weekend before.
Yeah.
Um,
I think he surrendered the Intercontinental title. The thing is, though, is depending on who you ask, Shawn Michaels will be like, there were Marines that kicked the shit out of me, and other guys are like, it was one dude because Shawn was hitting on his girl.
mm.
The
Well,
fluctuates.
I mean the story goes he was in a Marine bar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
and it was that he was hitting on some chick,
yeah.
and apparently he got his ass jumped.
I mean, I'll just say this. I wouldn't put it past Shawn Michaels to be like, I got jumped by a bunch of Marines. In reality, it was one dude with a really good punch.
But why would you think that he's lying?
He's known to embellish, man.
Like
We're all
what?
known to embellish, but I've heard stories where it goes multiple ways. I've heard multiple stories where it's one dude and then there's a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, I think he did get jumped because his face was pretty fucked up.
I mean, not to disparage the United States Armed Forces, but Marines don't fuck around.
Mm.
Mm. But so Adam Cole is the devil. Last bit of news for AEW, and then we can jump into WWE because I know that makes you all hot and bothered. Sasha Banks to AEW almost confirmed.
Didn't she post up a picture of Triple H on her story and Instagram?
A while back, yeah, that was around the holidays. Apparently, talks broke down because of money. She wanted more. Supposedly, she wanted more than any other female wrestler on the thing. Supposedly, it was 5 mil a year for 5 years.
I think she's injury prone. She's been injury prone since she went to
WWE.
Japan.
Well, she got no, she only got injured the one time with Japan when she fucked up her ACL. Um, Supposedly she wanted a stupid amount of money. WWE said no because that sets a dangerous precedent. So she's going to go to AEW. I don't think they're going to match the money, but the fact is in AEW, you
You
don't work as
mean
many days.
Tony Moneybags over there? Of course he's gonna match it.
No, I mean, it has to make sense.
He's gonna be like, I got a new toy for my collection.
I mean, okay, if you're Sasha Banks, what sounds better? You wrestle at most 50 matches a year, but you're making $2 million, or you're wrestling 300 times a year and you're only making 5 mil. Like,
Only making 5 mil.
I know,
Well,
but you
I
know what
wish I could only make 5 mil.
you know the logistics. You know what I mean.
I don't know, dude. I think you sign up for the job.
Yeah, but I mean, again, if you like your own words, if you're injury prone, you want to wrestle as few. It's like a Brock Lesnar deal. You want to wrestle as few matches as possible and make the
Take
most.
steroids, make yourself better.
I mean, I'm pretty
There, I
sure
said it.
if Sasha Banks was taking steroids, I think we'd know. Probably not. Maybe.
No, it really depends on how much you're taking.
Hmm.
Remember, steroids are just meant to make your body recover quicker.
Unless you're one of the lucky ones and you get all the bad side effects.
I mean, there's side effects with everything. It just really depends on how much you're taking. If you take a lot, then chances are you're going to have a lot of side effects.
But yeah, so Sasha Banks might be going to AEW. There's that, and also, if you've been watching AEW recently, the women's division on both all three shows technically have been getting more matches, more ring time, more TV time. Supposedly, they're trying to push the women's division that to prep it for Sasha's arrival, or they're doing that to try and appeal to her and be like, "Look, we're doing all this new stuff. That way, when you come, you can be the face."
Mm.
Britt Baker
Do you
apparently,
think that they would make her the face like right away?
yes, she's too big of a star not to be. Otherwise, you don't.
That's gonna rub a lot of the locker room the wrong way.
I think they'll be happy as long as they're getting more TV time. Just keep her away from Timeless Tony Storm. Timeless Tony Storm is awesome. Like, keep her the way she is. Have Sasha go for the TBS title and call it a day. Like, keep them away from each other.
Fucking hate the TBS title.
I need to make that. I need to make a video booking Sasha Banks in AEW because you know why? You know what match I want to see? Sasha versus Saraya.
In a bra and panties match? Oh
No.
wait, no. No,
In a you broke
we
my
don't do
fucking
those
neck match.
anymore.
No, in a you broke my fucking neck match.
Oh.
Do you remember that? Sasha's the one that injured Paige.
Oh yeah, it's true.
I mean, and Paige has gone on record as saying, like, look, it was a routine move. I don't hold it against her. It happens. But that's a very, very juicy storyline.
Mm.
But yeah, that'll cut it for AEW. Let's talk about see, I feel like we talked about one, two, three, four topics with AEW, and that took about 20 minutes. I feel like we're gonna talk way more about these next two things. One is The Rock.
Oh yeah, the Rock's back.
The Rock called out Roman Reigns.
And we smell what he's cooking.
So, what do you think? What do you think about the promo? What do you think about the future? What do you think about this whole like encapsulation?
I don't know, dude. It's so like a weird time because they keep doing the whole finish a story bit. And it's like, okay, he better fucking finish the story at WrestleMania, or else the fans are gonna turn on Cody.
I don't think they'll turn on Cody. I think they'll turn on WWE.
I think both. Um, and if Rock is coming into play, it's not gonna be for the Royal Rumble because it's gonna be a fatal four way already. They
Yeah.
already announced it. There's no other main pay per view.
No,
Uh, huh?
Elimination Chamber in Paris. I think it's Paris. In Perth.
But you think that they would use Rock versus Roman at Elimination Chamber?
Yes, and I'll give you three good reasons.
Why?
One, it's a 60,000 person stadium, not including the floor. It's WrestleMania-esque, right? That's one. Two, the Perth government from Australia paid WWE to come. It's kind of like how they did it with Puerto Rico. Oh
Mm.
no, Backlash was in Paris. No, the
No,
next
Backlash
Backlash,
was Puerto Rico.
the last one was in Puerto Rico. The next one's in Paris. Puerto Rico paid them to do the show. Same thing with
Mm.
Perth. They're paying WWE to come and do the show. And in public documents that were made, like they have to. In Australia, apparently, it's the law that emails have to be made public if you're a public servant. They were requesting WWE, can we request certain stars, namely The Rock?
Mm. Well,
Uh,
maybe.
so they're all
Then
together.
if anything, they're gonna use Rock versus Roman at Elimination Chamber,
I have
which I hate that they don't fucking do the title in the Elimination Chamber anymore.
that used to be awesome. I'm not gonna lie to you, but now
They
they're like,
did.
But now their mentality is like, all right, we can use the chamber to determine the new number one contender because we can put.
I hate that the chamber is so close to WrestleMania that the belt's never gonna fucking change.
Well, that's probably why like they do it because it's like, look, if we do the championship match in the chamber, they know there's not going to be a title change. If we throw contenders in the chamber, it's in question who's going to win it.
I don't know, dude. I think it's stupid.
I think I think
Elimination Chamber should not be so close to WrestleMania.
I think the chamber shouldn't be a pay-per-view. I think it should be a nuclear option that they bust out once or twice, once every year to 18 months.
All right, so let's see what their pay-per-view schedule is. Uh, we get day one, uh, New Year's Evil, SmackDown New Year's Revolution. That's weird.
Oh, it's
Uh,
just
Ro-
like a Friday special.
Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber before WrestleMania is fucking retarded. Um, I would put, I would put, fuck. I would put Money in the Bank between SummerSlam and Survivor Series, and then put Elimination Chamber in that slot.
I don't hate it, but is it always for the title or is it for
I
like
mean, fucking sometimes.
dude, but see that's why I'm against stipulation based pay-per-views. And I know Money in the Bank is the exception, but
Like
I
it
don't
doesn't have to be like the title doesn't have to change hands. But
yeah.
they've always had some really good fucking matches in the Elimination Chamber when the title's on the line. It's
Yeah.
always boring as shit when there's no stipulations.
No, I well typically they do it now for either
It's a number one contender spot.
yeah, they do it for Shot of Mania. It's like, all right, you lost the Rumble, last chance, go.
I
I don't
don't
hate
know.
it.
I still hate that.
Um, God, what was the first? I think the first pay-per-view.
Shawn Michaels was the first one to win the Elimination Chamber.
No, I think the first pay-per-view I watched, and it was random. I just showed up at Ethan's house to watch it. It was New Year's Revolution 2005. It had
Was it the
Jericho.
one where Cena loses to Edge, or was that '06?
That was 06. 05, it had Jericho. He who shall not be named, Benoit. Edge.
I'm surprised you didn't say the same with Jericho.
Man.
I'm surprised that didn't pop up in your AEW news.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Oh shit. You want to circle back to that?
Sure. Finish your thought first.
Damn. It had Orton, Triple H, Y2J. Oh, but Batista was in the match. That's right. I had Batista in it too. So that was the first pay-per-view I kind of watched. Like I was just like, what the fuck is this? This is kind of cool.
Doesn't Triple H win that one?
Yes, he wins. But they really teased the Batista turn in that one.
Oh,
Uh,
that's where they were leading up to the. That's where they were building up the Batista versus Triple H.
I love it because Jim Ross is just freaking the fuck out. Do you want to be the man, Batista? Do you want to win the world title? Shut up, JR. Shut up.
Like, see, I feel like that was prime JR.
Yeah, because he could enunciate better. Like you need
The
to
the
be able to enunciate.
2000s JR was prime JR.
I think, fuck. The last time he called a great WWE match might be Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 28.
Hmm.
Like fuck, he called the shit out of that match. But anyway, um, what's your favorite chamber match? Best chamber match you've ever seen?
Hmm. That first one was really good. The Shawn Michaels one where at Survivor Series.
Yeah, where he wore
That
the.
one was actually really good.
Oh, Fernie takes his time to away. Folks, what was your favorite Elimination Chamber? Go ahead and comment down below. We really appreciate that.
You just say fuck you. Um, man,
There's been a lot of good ones.
there has been a lot of good ones.
What else? I remember the one time that Edge lost in the opening chamber and won the last chamber.
Oh yeah, then he get knocked out and then he beat the shit out of someone
Kofi. He just
to steal his spot.
Kofi's on his way to the chamber. Edge just comes from behind and decks his ass with a chair and steals his title spot. The cool thing
Jeez.
is, though, the great thing about that match was Cena was in it too. Cena comes in and they fucking dogpile him. I think they hit him with a 619 code
Mm-hmm.
breaker and a spear, all in all like one after the other, and eliminate him. So a new champion is guaranteed. Like
Mm.
that's fucking brilliant booking. You want to hype up a crowd, knock out the champion at the very beginning. That way you're guaranteed a new champion and everything is awesome.
You know, the No Way Out one where Triple H beat Jeff Hardy to win it
Yeah.
actually was a really good one.
Who was in it? It was Jericho, Mike Knox.
Jericho, Jeff Hardy, JBL, Shawn Michaels, and Umaga.
Oh shit, that's right. Umaga was in one of these bastards. But that
Hmm.
had the old cell. I love the old cell compared to the new
The
one.
old cell was so much better than the new cell. The new cell always it just looks like shit.
It looks like a toy.
I hate the new cell. I mean, yeah, you could do more shit in it
Yeah.
and it's bigger for you to move around,
Yeah.
but yeah, no.
Well, also I'll give them this. They also made it safety with the crash pads. Like they're not like
Yeah.
I don't know which
I don't want safety. I want them to break their goddamn backs.
you sick bastard. Props to Triple H, man. He always set up for the pedigree on the outside, and he always took that flat back body drop.
Oh, the flip?
Yeah, he always fucking took every year. Oh, is he gonna finally hit the pedigree outside? Nope, nope. There is, yeah,
Yeah,
and his tail
people
is broken.
that's why I've never really like I always thought like the Triple H slander was always like, all right, dude, but it's not like he just does it's not like he doesn't job out. Like the dude has jobbed out before.
Yeah,
Like
I
he
think
jobbed out to Batista, he jobbed out to Chris Benoit, he jobbed out to John Cena, he jobbed out to Undertaker. Like like it's not the like he has jobbed out to people.
I think it's just people took umbrage with the way he kept the title sometimes. I'm not saying that they're right. I'm just trying to point out why people feel that way. I think it's like look at all the internet darlings that Triple H wouldn't lay down for. Like RVD in the early 2000s, Goldberg in 2003. You could argue maybe Booker T also in 2003.
He did lose to Goldberg though.
Yeah, but
It
not
was
at the right
it was
time.
huh?
Not at the right time. People wanted him to lose at the chamber.
But it was also that Goldberg was kind of hard to do business with in '03.
I mean, I heard Triple H was hard to do business with in '02 and '03 and '04 and '05.
How? How is he hard to do business?
No, I'm making a point that like people will argue
No,
back.
but even Goldberg has admitted this. He said that year that he did in WWE, that first year after WCW, he
Where
was
she,
like, I fucking hated being here. Like he isolated himself.
yeah,
He didn't want to really work with anyone. And I mean, he just made it a hard time for himself. I mean, hence why they didn't do shit with him. Because I mean, what are you supposed to do with a guy that's just gonna isolate himself?
it makes sense, man. You're not wrong in that one.
I'm
Um,
surprised. I don't think Batista's won a cell.
Hell in a
I
Cell,
mean, elimination chamber. Sorry.
no. The closest hit,
Yeah, he hasn't.
and Taker. Him and Taker, I think in '08 maybe?
No.
Or was it?
So here's the winners in '08. Let me see. Let me pull it up. We have Triple H who won in February, and then Undertaker who also won in February.
But did Taker beat Batista? Was Batista in the match?
Taker,
Big Daddy V,
yes,
Ali, MVP, and
he
Finley.
pinned Batista. That's
Yeah.
the one that had Batista, Big Daddy V, Finley, MVP, and Great Khali. Jesus, talk about a shit lineup.
No, so here's the thing. The match is actually really good, and I'll tell you why. Taker and
Really?
Batista start the match and they run the whole thing. Every time someone enters, it's them plus Taker and Batista.
Mm-hmm.
Taker throws MVP from the top of the pod in like a half-ass choke slam.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting.
Oh,
Disgust. Oh, dude, that spot still makes me cringe.
but
Uh,
yeah, like yeah, but he's never won a chamber, which is surprising.
dude, we got way the fuck off topic.
So let's jump back to old
Rocky Boy.
Chrissy.
Oh, that's right, Chris Jericho. Yeah, so there have been new allegations against Chris Jericho.
And,
Do you know more about it than I do? I just heard it in passing.
um, just I know that it was in AEW that he was accused of sexually assaulting someone.
Let's see. Ringside News outlet. Chris Jericho is facing allegations from what was her name? Kylie Ray, leading up to her departure from AEW in 2019. Um, it's so at World's End, the crowd was actually chanting NDA, NDA at Chris Jericho at one point, which is oof, good. Have fun with that one, man. Supposedly she says that he had. I don't know if you did she say that he assaulted her or that he made a pass or what did he do exactly?
Let's see. Chris Jericho, the whole ordeal surrounding him. Chris Jericho claimed he never signed an NDA about this. This Steven fired back to say that confidential cause AEW had, but I don't hear to any input. I've never had one in 4 years of working for AEW. I also signed it. Alleged skeletons in Chris Jericho's closet. There are issues with Chris behind the scenes. This is a quote uh, from Nick Hausman from the Innuendo podcast. There are issues with Chris behind the scenes where I know a lot of people who were hurt by Chris and his actions, period. It's very uncomfortable to see him lauded like he is only having that focus on that because I do think there are a lot of questionable stories about Chris that will find their way out over time when people are ready to tell those stories that will cast him in a very different light. I mean, Harvey Weinstein won a lot of Oscars. Harvey Weinstein produced a lot of very popular films. Harvey Weinstein is now in jail. I'm not saying that is happening to Chris, but the narrative can quickly turn if you're hiding a lot of skeletons in your closet. Uh, so then ISO Wrestling posted on Twitter, pure speculation, but he might be referring to Kylie Ray. And then it's a screenshot of some tweet. So and it's completely blurred out, the person who posted it. So
Mhm.
here's the deal. You don't quit the hottest fed going today, AEW, without a reason. I have it from people in the know that Kylie was asked to go to Chris Jericho's room with the understanding that others would be there. When she got there, it was just him. He made a pass at her, no other details are given, and she freaked out. Uh
So
and it's just tough because I mean, um, then there's another screenshot of another tweet, where it says, "Sometimes I stop to wonder how many young women out there are wondering if it's safe to post about Chris Jericho yet." And it's a quote from this user at Slay Mysterio. Original accuser of David Starr implying that there are potential accusations against Chris Jericho, but doesn't really seem like there's anything like it.
concrete.
Yeah, like Kylie Ray hasn't come out and said anything. It's just people saying shit, which I do think is kind of fucked up. Like, because I mean,
Everyone is speculating. No one is giving a legit story. I remember
yeah,
now. Russell talked about this. They said they noted how the guy who talked about who's the dude that reported the story initially? What was his name again?
uh,
Uh, well,
the
essentially
person that posted the tweet
the guy
or
that
the
said
post.
the guy that talked about Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, let me see. Nick Hausman
So
from That Rumor and Innuendo podcast.
So they noted how he said that, and the next day he made sure to note So about the Chris Jericho stuff, what I was talking about was just rumors, things that I heard, things that could be possible, but nothing's been like proven. Like he was legally covering his ass because
Mm.
there was no grounds for him to make those statements with any proof. There's
Talk
no.
about covering your ass, because I mean
He said
he's
it the
really
next fucking day. Like he didn't wait.
he's really skirting that line of like just straight up accusing him.
With and here's the thing, I'm not against if someone's done wrong, they should pay the price. I'm not against.
Exactly. But the only problem I have is that the person that they're saying is was a was assaulted by Chris Jericho. She hasn't said anything, and they're just kind of throwing her name out there
They're trying to
when,
justify the reports.
yeah, like, and maybe she didn't say anything, and now she's being blamed for saying it, and she's getting told shit, and it wasn't even her that said it
All she
so
did was
far.
like a tweet, or
Yeah.
she heard a tweet. That was it. And then all of a fucking sudden, she's tied to Chris Jericho.
Hmm.
So, and Tony Khan has straight up said, like, I have an open door policy. Like, if anyone feels any kind of way whatsoever, they can come to me and I'll handle it. Like with Sammy Guevara, when those old videos of him saying, like, oh man, I would do this stuff to Sasha Banks, Tony Khan didn't have to. He suspended him. He was gone for I think like 2 months, and he had to attend sensitivity training, and he had to call Sasha Banks and apologize. Like, I'll give him. You can. We can give Tony Khan a lot of shit as conflict resolution when it came to Hangman Adam Page and CM Punk.
Yeah, so I'm going down the line on this website. So here, yeah, the tweet that said original accuser of David Starr implying there are potential accusations against Chris Jericho. The one that the quote that says sometimes I stop to wonder how many young women out there are wondering if it's safe to post about Chris Jericho yet. And yeah, she did put it on Twitter with a heart emoji, and then that was it.
Yeah, and let's destroy a man's career over something that may be nothing.
It's tough, dude, because
It's
it's just like you are like that is some serious accusations. And I mean, not for nothing, I'm not saying that I don't believe the chick or anything, but it's just like she hasn't said anything.
yeah,
And it's other people saying stuff, and that's where it's just like that's where it gets iffy.
yeah. Here's hoping it works out. Hoping shit. I hope some positivity comes out of this.
I mean, has Chris Jericho said anything about being pulled off of TV? Have they pulled him off of TV?
No, he still wrestled at World's End. As far as I'm aware, he's still
Oh,
on.
I know that. I saw clips from the crowd.
He's gonna him and Sammy Guevara are gonna go after the tag titles, I think, at Battle of the Belts.
Man, dude, Sammy Guevara is just fucking like he's just turning into Jericho's bitch.
I think he needs to retire Jericho. I think if these Sting, his last match is gonna be a Revolution. I know
Mm.
it's gonna be a
Oh yeah,
tag
his
match.
last match.
Yeah. Well, okay, here's the he's never broke, he's never retired. Sting's never retired.
Exactly. He should retire.
So his last match will probably be a tag match with Sammy Guevara. I mean with Darby Allin.
Do you think that Sting really fucked up by not going to not going to WWE right after WCW folded?
I don't think he fucked up because
Do you think that they would have done him wrong? Because I don't think Sting was on the. I think Sting was higher up compared to like a Booker T. Because I mean,
yeah, dude, I don't know, man, because
like imagine if we would have gotten Booker T. I mean, not Booker T. Sting versus Taker at WrestleMania.
oh, it almost happened at 27.
Oh, that would
But
have been a horrible
Sting still
time.
didn't trust him. That was Sting's thing. He did not trust Vince. And
Oh, but he trusted Eric Bischoff.
I mean, he was with TNA when Eric Bischoff was brought in. It's not like he made the call. That was Dixie Carter. Sorry, Dixie Carter. Um, I
I
don't
don't
know,
know.
man. Of the WCW guys, who made it? Other than Benoit and
Ric Flair,
yeah, but I'd say
Guerrero,
bigger star than Sting.
Guerrero, Rey Mysterio.
No, but like guys who were a big deal in WCW and then went to WWE. Because Eddie Guerrero basically,
I mean, Goldberg won't. They put the belt on him.
yeah, but look how bad they fucked up his first run.
But that's the thing. Was it WWE or was it Goldberg? Because I mean,
I'd say
there Goldberg even said like that first run, he was a fucking asshole.
then it's your job to make him feel comfortable. It's your job to make him feel like a star. It's your job to
You
make
can
him.
only make the guy feel so comfortable. But if the guy is just like being a fucking
Was he
angry
welcome
person,
with open
and
arms?
this is because I love Goldberg,
Was
but
he
even
welcome with open
Goldberg has
arms?
said like that first run, he was a fucking asshole and he was hard to work with.
But was he welcome with open arms? Did they go out of their way?
Yes.
Are you were you there?
They fucking put him against The Rock. What else do you want?
He,
He comes in night after WrestleMania and fucking jackhammers The Rock. What else do you want?
I,
That is shooting, that is putting a slingshot on you and sending you to the moon.
I don't know, man.
I don't think there's a bigger
I
fucking
don't blame
like
Sting for not
reveal.
trusting WWE. I don't blame him for that. I don't blame Sting for not trusting Vince. I don't. I would he have been a bigger star if he had gone to WWE immediately? Hell yeah. I don't think Sting was as popular as Ric Flair. Plus, Ric Flair, even if Vince didn't like him, like Vince knew Ric Flair was money and Triple H loved him.
Thing was as popular as Ric Flair.
Sting,
Yes. His merch sold like close second to NWO.
then Vince maybe should have brought him in. But also, look at how Vince fucked up the NWO when he brought them in. Jesus. Hmm.
But I think
But
it was also like I don't think he really meant to do like the NWO storyline like as much as like they did in WCW because it
they
had
milked
been
it.
so, huh?
They
Yeah.
milked it.
Because I mean, it had already been so fucking diluted in WCW with the NWO, NWO Wolfpack, and then it that fucking faction just went to shit real quick because when they started accepting everybody.
No.
Um, so I mean, them bringing in the NWO, I think was just gimmick. Like, oh look, the NWO's here, but I mean, are they really here? Like I think Kevin Nash had better matches when he was just wrestling as Kevin Nash in
Yeah.
WWE
No, he wasn't he
as
decent
opposed
in WWE?
that when his early run, but in '03 or
Oh,
'02
he came
rather,
back as Kevin
he was
Nash
he was Kevin Nash.
when he wasn't tearing his quads.
Yeah.
But wait. All right, so let's circle back real quick to The Rock. Called out Roman Reigns. What do you think? WrestleMania, there's fear. There's some speculation
Hmm.
of Rock versus Roman at Mania. What do you think if they do Rock versus Roman versus Cody at Mania?
That's money.
That's imagine Cody pinning, beating he. What if Cody pinned The Rock? Roman comes back and says, "You didn't beat me. You beat my second-rate cousin."
I mean, come on, Roman. Let's be honest here.
I mean, hey, that's a storyline to do. That's a rematch. That is SummerSlam
If
money.
Roman was in WWE in the '90s,
Mhm.
he would have been Rikishi's tag team partner. He
See,
wouldn't be anything.
see,
He
and
never he never had like and that's the thing. That's the difference between Roman and Rock is that Rock had the mic skills. Roman's always
beginning,
needed the mouthpiece.
not at the beginning. Also, Roman
And
wanted to turn heel for the longest time.
I know he did, but he's not good. I've never really heard a Roman promo that I was like, holy fuck, like this guy is good. Like it's always been mid.
I don't know, man. I think at his level, you have to cut a good promo. Brock, would you say
No,
Brock?
but I'm talking like if do you think Roman, I'm talking Shield Roman
Mm.
in in the Attitude Era. Do you think he would have been as successful as Rock, or do you think he would have just been another tag team guy?
I think The Rock is a generational talent when it comes to his promos. But when I say Roman is not as good as Rock, that's like saying fucking Josh Allen is not as good as Tom Brady. Like
Well, he isn't. No one
That's a
is.
very high bar. Like you can be
No
very,
one has that IQ.
huh?
No one has that football IQ.
No, but in that same sense, I'm saying like saying Roman Reigns is not as good as on the mic as The Rock is like, God, man, Allen's pretty good. The Rock, the Roman is pretty good. Plus, he has been on the run of a lifetime, dude. Look how long he's held the title for 3 fucking years.
Yeah,
Go
but this
for.
last year, people were. I'm already turned sour on him this last year.
I I'm adamant that Cody should have won the title last year and be dropping the title to Walter this year. That was my booking. That's what I would have wanted to see. Walter murdering Cody Rhodes.
Don't you mean Gunther?
God, fine, Gunther. Gunther murdering Cody Rhodes and taking the title at WrestleMania 40 would have been money. Now all I can hope for is that we get Gunther versus Lesnar because fuck that.
Well, I did think that when they brought in Rock, I was like, there's probably a good chance it's gonna be a triple threat match with him and Cody at Mania.
I'm kind of part of me is a
I mean,
little
if there's any way for Cody to win that title against both Rock and Roman, I mean, that's fucking sent. That's a slingshot to the moon.
yeah. Well, also, did you see the video that Cody is going to be some guy's best man?
Oh yeah, I saw that right now.
Like, you know what? Cody like is a true God damn. He's the kind of guy you can actually strap your company to, and he will fucking
Because
he's
he's
John
got
Cena.
it, dude. Like he's really refined his whole like himself. Like his wrestling is top notch. His mic skills are top notch. His persona is just top fucking notch. Like the dude really refined himself going into the indies and then making a way for himself.
I think you know how WWE's been looking for that next John Cena for a long time. They were like, it's Roman, it's Roman. It's Cody.
It is Cody.
It's Cody.
Uh,
Roman is the next great villain, but Cody is your company guy.
I mean, I
That's
would
it.
even say that Rollins is a better performer than Roman
On the promo or in matches.
in matches and
Oh,
promo.
Seth Rollins. Rollins by a mile. Not a mile. It's not that far off, but no, I would definitely say Rollins is more talented.
And I like his career more than Roman. I hate the fact that Roman has how many defenses has he had this year?
Oh, this year? No, I don't know. 54 total, but I don't know this year.
But this year, I mean, SummerSlam, I think he had a defense.
Rumble Mania, obviously. Oh shit, wait, real quick.
LA Knight, he had a defense.
Um, fuck, who else? Who else? Did he defend against Jimmy? I want to say he wrestled 2 tag matches. Once against Owens and Zayn, and then once against the Usos. That was a waste of Roman's time. Like, why the fuck are you having your world
Hmm.
champion wrestle in a tag match? And they wasted the fact that he's never been pinned in like 4 years.
Oh yeah, and he gets pinned by Jay.
That was stupid. To me, that was dumb. I get it.
He's,
They did that to heat up Jay. That way there was a chance that he would lose the title at SummerSlam, but come on. No. I did that did not sit well. Um, but what else? Yeah. Um, yeah, man. Any other thoughts? Anything else you have to say before we go?
so I was looking at Roman's matches. He fought Owens at Rumble. He fought Zayn at Elimination Chamber. He fought Cody, and then he fought Jay, and then he fought LA Knight last year.
That's it. Those are all his title defenses.
Yeah, five.
Fuck. Man.
Five title defenses in 2023.
Well, there's also been rumors that his body's real banged up from the leukemia, so that this might be his last year, supposedly. I doubt it, but could be.
One can only see.
But yeah, that's gonna do it. For this episode of the rollback. I mean the
You
rollback, the
mean the
fucking
11 count?
thank you. Thank you for the correct.
Dumb bitch.
Fuck you too. Fernie, hit the outro.
Thank you everyone for joining us for 11 Count Podcast, where we sit around and bitch about wrestling. And next week, you can catch us here where we will finally talk about the Montreal Screwjob. But yes, that is it for right now, everybody. Please check us out wherever your podcast needs. We put these out on YouTube, so please check us out there. We are on Spotify, Apple, Google, anywhere you get your podcast needs, we are there. But thank you for joining us today. I'm Fernie,
I've been Eddie.
and let's ring the bell.
Bitching. All right. Let me start recording this.